Hello and a hearty welcome to our Star Television Network Channel 21 Good Morning Show live here on Star TV on Channel 21. We're broadcasting live from a Media One Center studios at 3 Mama Street, Brookfield, Freetown, and online on www.startvs.com and on Facebook Star TV Live. I am Moel Basiru Sanusi. Top stories in the program this morning. Australians join other countries across the world to celebrate International Labour Day, also known as Workers' Day, May Day, occurs every year on the 1st of May. Star TV took to the streets to gauge the reactions of people on the said day. And also in the program this morning, as a way to mark the country's 58th year independence anniversary, Media One Center in collaboration with the Gokek Commercial Bank and QSA Mobile Network on Saturday 27th April 2019 organized a quiz competition for their customers and listeners across the country in promoting financial awareness and inclusion. And also in the program this morning, the management of Star Television Network on Channel 21, in collaboration with the Gospel Promoters Union GPU, as on Wednesday 1st May 2019, unveiled the Star National Gospel Expo that is aimed at promoting gospel music, poetry, and other things from the gospel world. And with me in the studios, I have a very good friend, a mentor, whom I have been following for a very long time from Nigeria, and he is the CEO and founder for 313 Echo, and Bamibola Tahe, and he shall be discussing to us on the leather industry and what Sierra Leone set to benefit. Tahe, good morning. Nice having you in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Bash. Thank you very much.
I know you have heard about our hospitality and other things, our food for a very long time, Blood Diamonds,
Exactly.
and finally you're here. How does it feel like visiting Sierra Leone for the very first time?
It's amazing. I'm in Sierra Leone, and to be honest, I've had a really nice time, and I'm still having a nice time because we have wonderful people in Sierra Leone with amazing food, I must say.
Okay. and one amongst your best would be the cassava leaf for the beans.
Yes, the cassava has been amazing because I'm actually going to ask for the recipe. Then when I get to Lagos, I'll see how I can put this together. Because to be honest, I like the food. The people have been amazing, very welcoming, and highly respectful. And this is actually what we want. You understand? Because I'm also even here to also pick up and learn from Sierra Leone, and these are the things I'm also learning. These people are nice and love it.
So I continue to stay with us in the studios. We shall be discussing further the opportunities ahead of us in the leather industry that has to do with sandal, shoes, and slippers. Let me just welcome Sia Jayu Mose, and she hails from Kono. She's an explorer, so many titles on her, but for today we are talking about the Champion Diamond Office in Kono, and also how she has been supporting over 3,000 women in that part of the country. Good morning, Sia. Nice having you on our Star Good Morning Show.
Thank you for having me today, Bash.
And I know you have been doing extremely well with the Creole these days.
I'm trying. I did
Okay.
try small.
Thank you so much. We shall be discussing about your commitment and the humanitarian world, the microcredit, and also things that you have been doing for the people of, especially the women and girls over there. Once again, congratulations
Thank
on taking
you.
that bold step.
Thank you very much.
You are still with our Star Good Morning Show, live here on Star TV on Channel 21, and you can keep sending your text, comment, and opinion to the number +232 31 21 0000, and later we'll read them. The Good Morning Show is part sponsored by Gokek Commercial Bank, and we'll come right back and continue the rest of the program here this morning.
Did you say you want to talk to me?
Yes, my brother. I get stress, bank stress. Can you do me right? So go put money in my bank, no problem. So go put money in my bank, no problem. I go to map in a line all day just for put money and pull money. And the loan system, look me business, they go down the drain. You know, get loan system. Me, I just tired.
Now that's the stress you.
Yes, my brother. Now me stress standing.
Let that not be you stress. Because me your bank was the bank when I will tell commercial bank. When are the award-winning bank for 2018, where they don't win so many awards inside Freetown and even self outside Salon. Yes, they even recognize them at the international world as they win one of the most prestigious awards from Nigeria as the best corporate bank na Salon. They don't even count financial inclusion, where it means say they want to involve everybody in a salon. Never mind the kind of business way they do. If na pepper self they sell na market or any other petty business they do, then even self they don't left their comfort zone for going to bonds when at the island, when you don't say, when people that avoid for the banking business, they don't go there for let the people themselves, they part of the financial inclusion within the park. And self, they get plenty other products where you will meet you day-to-day needs. Then gets like the keke account. When for them boys and when they ride the keke them. And self then gets the Osusu account. Then get MasterCard, other platform that they will take money like SimCopo, when a new banking system where they don't count. The business now inside your phone they do am. You know, you don't need for go, you need to snap that long queue. As then at the award-winning bank, they want to maintain that standard and they want to satisfy the customers. Let them make sure say everybody can inside the bank system. Then nobody not left out. Now for can open account to them, it's simple. You 50,000, 100,000, you're okay.
Thank you, my brother. I need for one go now girl commercial bank right now. I be low drink so that neighbor, this is good news.
Commercial bank, mama. Commercial bank with hotel. Commercial bank #1. Bank with hotel. Commercial bank #1.
Welcome back. You are still watching the Star Television Network Channel 21 Good Morning Show, and we broadcast live from Media Wednesday in the studios at 3 Mama Street, Brookfield, Freetown, and online on www.startv.com and also on Facebook Live, that's Star TV. We're going for our first story here this morning. Australians join others across the world to celebrate International Labour Day, also known as Workers' Day, which occurs every year on May 1st. Star TV took to the streets to gauge the reactions of the people on the significance of the celebration amidst the political minimum wage of workers. We now bring you reaction from the citizens on what they think on the May Day, which is known as the International Workers' Day.
Today is the 1st of May and it's usually put aside as International Labour Day. We're here in the streets of Freetown to sound the views of people about what they think of this day. So follow me as we listen to some of these views.
Industry, looking at the employer and employee relationship, how best the employer and the employee they look at themselves and see say these are people that really work together. They are not just enemies, not people that really come together to focus and they will achieve their goals and they fight for. So basically they look at them for improve the labor industry, wherein the employer for see the employee as somebody with an asset in the organization. And where as the same thing goes to the employee or see the employer as somebody with independent for making living. You understand? Because then two people are not able to go without each other. They all need to work together, and the International Labour Day they look at to see that the relationship between them two people there will work amicably and that it become a friendly something.
The day where they put aside the workers then where they do not treat well. Understand where they go to consume and at least get with labor ministry there and then they coordinate all that. But International Labour Day and not to say it's only the need for celebrator because for example the laws the way labor law say the number of pay person below 500,000. Yeah, they pay person 300,000. Then they pay one person 500,000 inside 10 years and continue to pay another 1 day salary. So I don't think to say salon we need for celebration to happen on the day. Instead of that, we for suppose to work and do more things for the labor law, change the laws them, improve them so that they will help the workers.
Okay, or anything to improve on?
Yeah, we get a lot of things for basically the economy know that stable one, then we're not able to meet with financial responsibilities then on how we can pay staff them because of the current situation of the continent and so in most areas then we underpaid staff and so many facilities then we're not able to.
Well, those were some of the views from people within the streets of Freetown on what they think about the International Labour Day that is usually put aside on the 1st of May every year. I am Sienna Wright. Thanks for being through this journey with me. And stay tuned to Star TV because we are the power of communication.
Many thanks to Sienna Wright for sounding the views of the citizen out there on the International Workers' Day. And we're looking forward for the Ministry of Labour to see how best they review the labor laws of this country that has to do with Volume 9, Cap 212. There are a lot of things missing there, and we work together as a nation in celebrating. But sometimes it's nice to reflect that we do celebrate in Africa most of the times. Many thanks to Sienna and the rest of the team for putting that reaction from the public out there. And we start off with Banibola Taye, a very good friend from Nigeria, and he serves as the CEO and founder for 313 Echo, producing sleepers, sandals, shoes, and the likes. Let's discuss about the entire initiative. You know, there are times Africans will tell you, we young people are lazy, we are dependent on travel abroad, we want women to support you, especially for grown-up men. But you change the narrative, and with support from you, others are benefiting. Started 2010 from just a single production. Now you are producing for over 3,000 customers across the globe, using materials from the continent, especially from Nigeria, and you're producing now sleepers, shoes, and all. Let's look at the initiative and the height it is now from BAT to now.
Thank you. Basically, for the saying, like you said, like they say, Africans are lazy, Africans depend on whatever. For me, I believe Africans are actually amazing people, and we have a lot to show to the world. We might just not really have a nice, well-organized structure to do this. But as soon as we have a little opportunity, you know, we go all out. We try our best to show it in our own way, and this is what my brand, or me, I've done for myself and my brand. We've been able to actually use the little opportunity we have in terms of the small market we're able to create and make it wider and make it even wider to the extent that right now we even export to the world. Like you said, we started with production of 1 pair, and we went to 10 pairs, and right now we're doing way more than that. We just did a project 2 years ago. We did 1,000 pairs at a go. Now we're actually getting ready to look into project 4,000, which means we're going to be making like 4,000 pairs at a go, and we're shipping them around the world for the world. And this is a really nice way to portray Africa, you understand, to the world. I'd like to make them see that there's more we can do aside whatever you see on the on CNN or wherever, whichever way they painted Africa, there's more we can do. There's more within us, as even from craft to fashion to whichever way. We have a lot to show to the world, and we're not lazy people.
Yeah, let's look at the leather industry in general.
Okay.
Most times we have to import some of those materials, and the sad reality, we are the original owners of these materials, and most of our governments and partners send them out. And when they're coming back in the country at a very high rate, how are you guys coping to have the materials to do your production of shoes, slippers, and sandals?
I can't really say much on that topic if I don't actually break this down and tell the people how it actually works. This is Africa. This is where we have the leather. You understand? People, big brands come down to Africa, buy this leather, even though these leathers are not well finished. When I say well finished, I mean well finished, like well painted and well crafted. It might just be raw, nice leather. You can feel it's leather. But let me use our brand like Louis Vuitton, for example. Louis Vuitton comes to Africa, buy these leathers in bulk, take it down there, refine it. You understand? Get the best out of it, cut it for get the best part of this leather for their own job, then the scrap. You know, find our people from Africa here, go to these people, buy this scrap and import it back to us. Just the same way it's happening with crude oil, you understand? They take it from here, take it there to refine it and send out the scrap, you understand? But we, the creative African that are not lazy, we also don't see this as a limitation, and we just try to take advantage of it, because obviously they're sending us refined, leather. These are the leathers we also pick on and find a way to go about making something really meaningful out of it. And by the time this job is done, polished, you never can tell it's made out of scrap leather. As a matter of fact, the so-called Louis Vuitton sees this product on social media and also say, oh, this is a nice job, not knowing this is the same leather they've also used, you understand, and this is the scrap. We've actually made something amazing out of it. So my point is, we need a structure in Africa that would help us, you understand, refine our own stuff, build. As a matter of fact, that's another big industry in Africa that's not even been tapped to. The leather industry, the leather manufacturing, not the shoe manufacturing.
Most of it has been on oil, mining and all that.
Exactly.
But the leather industry has a role to play. And
so
some of you guys have been making use of the opportunity. That's why we now have 313 Echo.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, I told you that I'll bring you on shortly on how you able to manage the market and the help of social media and sending out your goods in America, Italy, and some other parts. Let me just bring in Sierra Jerry Marseille and from the Champion Diamond office. Sierra, you have been doing immense work. We saw a few days back, you awarded and all, and helping 3,000 women with different groups across Kono doesn't come a single day. It might be out of passion or some out of intimidation, Let's look at the entire reason. As a diamond expert now, you are helping women in Kono. The whole initiative about that.
Well, I'm a woman. That's simple logics, and I know the struggles of women. We understand ourselves, and I just, as a Sierra Leonean, it's my duty to give back, to enlighten them. There's a lot that the women need. There's a lot of assistance and a lot of education, and there are so many areas that they're lacking. So I just took it upon myself to try, and thank God it worked out.
You've been away for a while, but how do you realize that the women of Kono are impressed in needs of cash, their needs of health, education, capacity building, and since you came back, you have been supporting extremely?
Well, since I came back, let's say officially 2014, I started a mobilization group. The first thing I started was with children. I gave scholarships to about 500 children throughout the district in Kono. After that, I built a clinic at the military barracks for women, because the mortality rate in the villages or upcountry, it's extremely high because of the lack of health systems in some areas. According to my own finding, there are some places in Kono, and I'm sure throughout Sierra Leone, when women are giving birth, they have to walk like 9 to 14 miles. So obviously that's going to increase the mortality rate. So I just started speaking to women and to see how I can help, and putting the words out there to NGOs, my partners, and obviously myself. And it's worked out.
Let's look at the groups you are from. Do you have a total number now, and how you're doing the partitioning in terms of having them in the last district in Kono or the last shift on the last zone to benefit, not only if you're on the center town of the district?
I put together a mobilization team. It's about, let's say, 8 for now, which I need to grow it. However, I do have cheerleaders. I have about 2,500, almost 3,000 cheerleaders, meaning each cheerleader from each group have about anywhere from 50 to 100, 150 women that they are in charge of. Then they have their boards, like the vice, the finance secretary, the PRO. We have the whole structure for each cheerleaders. So currently, let's say I went from about 100 women or so to 250,000 women plus throughout the district. And the message is, let's unite as women. We cry, we get hurt, we get sick, children die, families die. At the end of the day, the woman holds the family and the home. So I said, if you're APC, SLPP, NGC, whatever political affiliation you have, let's unite and come together as one and have peace.
So I want to ask, where are you getting those cash to support over 2,000 women? It's difficult, and you're helping out in the form of microfinance to an extent. In the past, when you talk about microfinance for women, they're using those cash for fees they usually need cash for livelihood, and to an extent, it's difficult for them to pay back. You know, most times they have been locked up, they have been molested and all. But now you are giving them in a free way, but at the same time they have the opportunity to pay in the near future.
Well, I haven't gone so deep into the microfinance because a lot of it I'm just doing kindness. The thing is, when you do microfinance, you need to teach and educate the women about business. If you give someone money who doesn't know how to manage the money, obviously it's not going to last. They need to be educated. I did the same thing with my dad's wives when I first came. I said that these women don't have anything to do. An idle mind is a devil's territory. So I gave each woman business money, open stores for them. And the stores, they had more than 50 bags of rice with everything else. Big shops, it collapsed in less than a year. Why? Because they didn't have the education on how to run and maintain a successful business. So I had to learn from that experience. What we're trying to do now is to teach the women the skills that they're lacking. And we are bringing professionals to help the women, because if you teach them, obviously they'll know how to manage and control and run their business. You're not going to take your profit and use it as food, and that's one of the mistakes they make. They use that money in reference to their survival, and you cannot do that. And that's the obvious that I've discovered. And I think if everyone get to the foundation of the problem, I think we can solve the microcredit issues that's
So in line with the sustainability, how do you want to sustain those women? You have started giving them support now genuinely as part of your kindness or from your humanitarian gesture. But it's difficult to sustain most activities in the country. And I know you might be having it from your diamond business or from your other investments. Do you have any other extra source of funding to help strengthen those women?
Well, yes, I have. Apart from my own funding, I have my partners. I have a Chinese group that I'm working with, and they came to Sierra Leone. I've been working with them for some years now. I went to China several times, done my own due diligence, and I invited the group. I took them to Kono. They were highly impressed. So what we have decided to do, we paid for 8 chair ladies. That's what I said. Some groups have 50, 100, 200. So with those 8 chair ladies, I brought them to Freetown. Some of them was the first time coming to Freetown. I took different tribes, different chiefdoms. I combined them. I mixed all the women from the youngest, about 19 years of age, till who knows. So we're taking them to China. And when my partners saw the women, they were very impressed. They said that they're going to take them to factories, they're going to give them skill sets, trainings, and then those 9 women, I said 8, 9, will come back and teach other women the skill sets that they've learned. Because when you travel, you see the world, your perception change, your perspective of life change, your outlook of life change. So we want to rotate that. That's just one area. Then we were looking into vocational schools, vocational trainings. And I think one thing that Sierra Leone, or Kono, what I'm trying to do is to reach out to vocational schools in Florida, because I'm from Florida and other countries. Let them open some of their branches to train women, children, even young men about skill sets so that they can be professional. And
in the 21st century, skills has a role to play because it's strengthening the middle level manpower, and you earn your cash accessibly very easy. Like Tai. Tai is a graduate, but yet still, what he's doing now from the leather industry is a part of skills. And that was we have been lacking in the 21st century. But a quick one before we go for another story here, Sia. In line of your publication, there are times you tend not to come to the media, but you have been recording videos which we have been seeing on the screen. You have been taking pictures and all. But how does it feel like now you are in front of the media, setting out what you have been doing with the documents, with a visible act that you are on track and you want to do more?
Well, I'm thankful for this platform, really. I'm happy because I want the world, not just Sierra Leone, to see what's happening with women, that they're actually people that care about Sierra Leoneans. And I think by this platform, other women will be inspired to help or join hands. Let's just not limit it to Kono. Let's do the whole of Sierra Leone. Imagine if all the women came together. There's unity, there's peace, no fighting. I mean, when you empower a woman, you've empowered the nation. So the message is peace, oneness, one word. And a lot of times why these women fight, they don't have anything to do. But if you engage them, then they will educate their children and the nation will grow instead of always saying, government this, government that. You won't look at government, you look at yourself because you have been empowered.
And you use it, but let me just go again to Taya before going for the story. Taya, you're coming to Sierra Leone, it's not a magic, You might have come across someone that is very energetic, very passionate, and to an extent has the country at heart. That I like what Taya is doing in Nigeria from the leather industry, and I need the same. And I can say you are here in the right time, because in 2016 we have our Local Content Policy Act, and which is in enforcement shortly, and pretty much soon we have this situation where sooner things will start getting better. You are here. Take us through who contacted you and why Sierra Leone.
Oh, thank you very much. To be honest, like she said, the people in Africa, or let me say from Africa, that have actually gone outside the country, and obviously they've actually gathered more exposure, and and they actually have the people at heart, and they really want to give back in their own little way. This means wherever they are, they're saying this thing outside the country, and they really wish they can have it in their country. The people in their country can actually benefit and enjoy this as well. You understand? So I'm working with somebody who has the people at heart, and she's actually she actually went all out to make sure I'm here today to actually come here to see how we can work things out. And so far so good. I've been here. She's actually been making amazing moves to see to the fact that the people of Sierra Leone actually have the skill, and she wants a lot more for the people of Sierra Leone to be more active and be able to take care of themselves without the government or whatever it is. So I'm talking to someone, Adishore. She's actually my major host here, and she's been doing amazing. And I need to say this, and I need to stress this too much. She loves the people, and that's why she's brought me here to come and see how and what we can do here.
And later you have the opportunity, if there's a structure, there's a space, and there's the funding and the will from the government to establish the same factory here, to get more people, and at the same time help them create job opportunity for themselves.
That's the main idea, because like she said, we need to help people know that you can actually do this yourself without the help of without waiting for the government, without blaming the government. You can actually hold your own. You can actually hold your own life and fix it to whatever you want. You understand? And if we have the opportunity to come here, if the government allows us and gives us the right structure, you understand, to come here and train people, you understand, on crafts, especially on shoes, slippers, and sandals, like we do. I believe a young man can actually start a small business, and in space of 1 year employ 5 more people. If he's employing 5 more people, that's 5 more families. You understand? And if in 2 years it goes to about 10 families, that's from 1 person. Now picture it if we're doing this to 300 people. You understand? That means in the space of 3 years, we would have a whole lot of people that has their own business, and they're taking care of themselves without waiting up for the government or for the brother in
abroad, to send something back home.
Because this is the ideology. What people know about Africa is actually not what Africa is all about. You understand? Here we have people that are agile. They are hungry to work. They the proud people. And
all they are looking for is a safe space and the opportunity.
Exactly, and the go ahead from the government, and my partner is actually working very hard on that to see to it that this policy, like I said, is coming up, would actually have what we call entrepreneur development. You understand? People that would help people in training, shoot on leather craft, even sewing, and activate their fashion ability. And to be honest, this would actually help the country, or help the way people see the country, because if we have the biggest fashion designer in the world from Sierra Leone, you understand, and this would obviously refer everybody back to Sierra Leone, and this is Sierra Leone.
For anytime the person hit the runway, they'll say this person is from Sierra Leone and is putting up the Echo 313.
You understand? Naomi Campbell is the pride of Africa now, because she's actually worked on all the biggest runways you can find in the world, and everybody knows that she's African, and everybody wants to go to where she's from. They want to see our kind of people, and also tap into this. And I really appreciate the fact that she's actually coming back and bringing this whole fashion sense back, telling people that if I can do it as an African, you can also do it as well as an African.
It's about people challenging themselves.
Exactly.
I have told you that Taye and Sierra will come back shortly. You're still watching the Star Good Morning Show live on Star TV on Channel 21, and we're broadcasting from Media One Center Studios at 3 Mama Street, Brookfield, Freetown. We'll go in for another story. As a way to mark the country's 58 years anniversary, Media One Center, in collaboration with Rockel Commercial Bank and QCell Mobile Network, on Saturday, 27th April 2019, organized a quiz competition for their customers and listeners, as we have also promoting financial awareness and inclusion. Here is the report.
As a way to celebrate the country's 58th independence anniversary with their customers and also their numerous listeners across the country, Star Radio, in collaboration with the Rockel Commercial Bank and QCell Telecommunication Sierra Leone, has held a quiz competition with various listeners and customers who took part, won themselves various prizes. While speaking to Star Television, Mohammed Basiru Sanusi, presenter and a reporter for Star Radio and Star Television, said this is the vision of the institution for them to celebrate the independence with their customers and also to embark on the civic education of the country. He went further to state that as a nation, we need to embark on the human resource capacity, which is education, and also enlighten the people about their rights and the responsibility towards that right.
Well, actually, for the quick benefits of people that really watch all about the world and the country, Star Radio starts September 1st, 2009, and now a commercial radio station. We don't get so many awards in and out from award, SLM TV, Diaspora Focus, you name it, community awards, them from Health Alert. And over these 10 years, we don't play a pivotal role in national development in terms of sharing information. I can vividly recall when we started the provincial regional report in this country, a very fruitful, with Good Morning Show, the Star Basket, our entertainment shows, everything colorful was Star Radio. And till date, any moment from this year we celebrate the 10 years anniversary. So as part of the independence package we will do on a Saturday, we will get support from Rockel Commercial Bank and that of Salon Pride and QCell. Then give you support so we'll ask questions them, We get 11 winners them, and the 10 get only 1,000 from Rockel Commercial Bank, and the one get 250 from the bank, and the IC Bank get an kind of big support. We get Dr. Gilpin here, one of the MD from ICB, and also get Edward, one of the senior marketing manager from QCell Salon Pride. Winners them all on begin camp this morning. They collect them various prizes them, and QCell give we torchlight, then give we umbrella, and then give we as well somebody for putting ID card, and give we a tag, and at the same time then give we t-shirt for the wonderful winners them, and then we come here explain with it, and they are about the same thing back for RCB. So as way of transparency and the winner in media house, people they look up to we. Now we they report the news, so we don't get news, they don't report them. So that's why we call we sister, we Star TV of the same family. We make up the Media One Center. But come see the visible part of the way how they award them prize here. It's a wonderful one. People don't praise that program. The program lasts for over 3 hours. It'll be interactive. It'll be very dynamic. And we astute and strong station manager, Patricia Ganda, the golden voice, be there. We do the program together. And a colorful to an extent that everybody, all the winners that we don't count this morning, happy for meet with you one-on-one. And they appreciate the prize that we don't give them so far. So the entire reason that why people they carry this morning, we get the independence package will be happen on Saturday and today, as we promised, we give the prize them live and direct. It means we need for improve on civic education. It means we need for know your right. There are times right they go to responsibility, but at the same time we get for the ask we what to do for this country than all time we just don't do for we. And it means a lot because all the one that we answer. The one that we say we miss the question, learn from the one that we answer. I can recall the star prize winner, we win the 250 from RC Bank. He answered 10 straight questions, he even give 1 bonus, 11 straight. And not even miss none. Other people themselves tried and get 8. People themselves sing the national anthem, the pledge being a corner, the green, white, and blue, the meaning. So it's colorful. People answer questions about the president, you know, the chief justice, you know, a couple of them things, and they will be doing at the package. I tell you, say, we need for revamp the civic education, and people get for the listen to first-hand information. So accuracy gets a role for play in the way how we serve the media, they send out information to the public out there.
Abdurrahman Kamara, the station manager for Star Television, said he is very delighted about the program and also commended Rokel Commercial Bank and QCell Telecommunication, Sierra Leone, for the laudable venture to see that education is spread throughout the country. He went further to say that as a media entity, they are focusing on integrity and to inform the general public about happenings in a very credible and fair manner.
A lot, quite a lot. We vogue about Media One Center is about education. We vogue is about education. We want to see how we can able to enhance the concept of education. We know say the human capital is pretty much important. When you build a human capital of a nation, you don't succeed for touch in all aspects. So the idea of organizing the quiz competition, we see how we can bring people normally like you call them a brain teaser. You understand? Like when we go to school, they say hot mental. We don't see how people actually don't demonstrate a sense of worth. You see one person just win the prize. Win the prize winner and the star prize. Ask him 10 questions without stammering. He respond adequately. That don't tell you say this person don't research better, not only have big type, but again we encourage people for actually read wide. The secret behind education, not how much degree you get. You can get a degree if you limit yourself to just the thing where you go learn at college. You're not going to open up in society. The more you read and the more you open to so many things, the way you get for know. So we create na this na Media One Center na education, and we go continue on that particular trend there.
Mohammed Fuller, who happens to be the star prize winner of 250,000 leons, an umbrella, key holder, and a t-shirt from QCell Sierra Leone, said he is very delighted to receive the prizes from Star Radio and commended the station for their credible work over the years. He also called on other Sierra Leoneans to emulate the footsteps of Star Radio and Star Television.
I want to appreciate you so much. I appreciate Star Radio and Star Television because Star Radio and Star Television, especially the management and also the owner, Mr. Philip Neville, don't always be so kind to persons living with disabilities for creating the platform where we they come and do talk shows and when I'm in touch, where we get several disabled people where we don't they present that program. They so want to appreciate. And myself, they host me on several occasions now the radio. So I want to appreciate you so much and pray that this friendship, this relationship, not go always end here, but it will continue for grow in Jesus' name.
Star Radio, which was established on September 1st, 2008, has bagged several awards from institutions and companies across the country. As a media entity, their wish is for them to spread the news across the country in a balanced, fair, and credible manner. For Star News in Freetown, I'm George Elliott Sam reporting.
Many thanks to George Elliott Sam for that report, and we still have with us in the studios Sir Joyu Mosei from Champion Diamond Office, and also Maibola Tahe, the CEO and founder for 313 Echo. Let's look at the service, the quality. You know, most times you can tell some quality product just from the internet, and sometimes when receiving them, it's different. You know how the internet is there. But for your case, if somebody look at your quality and how best you have been doing distributions to other parts, I know selling will benefit very soon if we give you the space, we give you the structure and the support needed with your partner I just show. But let's look at the quality first and how fast it's going out in the market.
Thank you. To be honest, the quality is actually what sells out to the world. We're actually limited when it comes to people we know, how much we can connect to the world and all of that. But God so good, the internet is there, social media is there right now, and it's really helping. Like I said, the quality of what we sell is actually very visible even from when you look at it from the picture. And this is what we sell. People see this and they're like, I really need to have a pair of this, because people really love quality stuffs, and you don't need to go. We have a lot of Africans that say, I need to go all the way to Dubai or whatever to get quality shoes, and that's actually what we're telling people. We have it right here in Nigeria or in Africa, you understand? And to be honest, it's been amazing. It's been amazing so far, you understand? Because we have invested more on the quality of what we do, and that's the only thing that is selling us. It's not the fact that we know at the show and we know some people, right? But that's not enough. The quality of what we do is actually what pushes us out there, and people like, I need to be a part of this.
And people that have purchased out, they can identify, say, okay, go out for 313 Echo, it's good, I've tried it, and even the social media comments, posting, or people using it in the past can testify. Do you want to show us some samples as we'll be wrapping up shortly?
Oh, cool. We have some shoes here.
Okay.
So, me looking at this, even from the picture, you can tell this is real skin leather. You understand? And you just want to touch it and just size it and wear it and see if it's your size, then you go for it. You understand? So, we invest more in the quality. We invest more in the quality of what we do. Look at this. It comes all leather, all pure leather, and we call it top quality. And this is actually what people would go all the way to Dubai, everywhere for it. So since we have it here in Africa, we encourage people to come, and I have to tell you, they've been coming and they've been liking it. And we see people wear the same product and feel really great about it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing 313, and that for me is actually a reason to want to do more.
You're not only supporting the brand, you're supporting Africa. So this is exactly what Sierra said to benefit from the company. You coming here, training our young people, giving them the opportunity to depend on themselves. But all you're asking for, and your partner I just show, is the space, the support, and the will from the government to do more. Before leaving you, Tai, how can someone be part of this journey? Because we have started leather, and I know you leave some back home. You know, I know you take care of all of this back to Nigeria. We need to start feeling, you know, the quality and the best of 313. But for the benefit of our viewers and listeners out there, how can someone be part of this journey in terms of social media handles or contact point?
It's actually very direct to contact us on Instagram at 313 Echo. We have a website, www.313echo.com. We also have an email, 313echo@gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know exactly how we can come together, how we can work together. And obviously, it's okay to also contact Bash. You understand? Because, like he said, we're just trying to preach this word out there right now to the government and to probably private investors who might see this opportunity to invest or give back to Sierra Leone.
Yeah, having the factory here will help a lot.
Exactly.
It will create more job opportunities.
Aside the factory, we really want to train people. We want to come up with workshops, and then come to Sierra Leone with amazing leather, and also train them on networking. How to talk to your customers, how to make people that buy your product feel good about wearing it. Because I just mentioned it, you see people wear these things, standing next to people that are also wearing big brands like Gucci, and they're telling them, bro, no be Gucci, or this is not leather, this is African made. You understand? So in order to make people feel that way, you need to, as a manufacturer, you need to be able to drive into the DNA of your customers.
It's a pleasure having you,
Thank you
Taye.
very much.
And once again, congratulations. We look forward in having a lot of opportunity here. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
and
man.
thanks to Hajar for establishing contact with you. And moving on to you, Sia, as a way of wrapping up, what next for you? I know you're working on something that you don't want to announce, you know, this old women empowerment in the WC, and but you're still getting the support from the Champion Diamond office. What next are we open to have from you, and how can someone contact you for more partnership or giving you support?
They can contact me at my office number 099-123-893. And SJM Diamonds, SJM Rough Diamonds at gmail.com. That's my email. Right now, I'm just in the process of getting these 9 women ready to take them to China. So then we're training some women. We're going to be doing some makeup course classes, seminars for free. And I'm working one of my friends, her name is Beulah Michaels. She does catering and everything like that. So we're that's what we're working on. But it's just the China trip and come back and get ready for the next set. So that's what.
Yeah, maintenance has always been the concern. I know you're investing your personal cash. Would there be a time where you have fatigue? Because in the past we have heard about donor fatigue, but now you're giving a bulk cash despite your partners from China. How do you want to gain more attention to give the support you are giving for over 2,000 women in Kono?
Well, I'm reaching out to there's the UN Women's Group. There are so many NGOs that are out there. So I'm just asking anyone that wants to help women in Kono. I'm doing Kono for now because they say charity begins at home. So any assistance, any skill sets, donations, clothes, shoes, hygiene products, we'll be very happy. And anyone that think you can help, please, I need the help. We're in the process of opening an office. We're going to launch it. So, and the organization will be registered. Everything will be completed next week as well. So there's a lot of things that we're doing to ensure that this is successful.
We can before take our final story and let you go. In line of there are cases when you were faced with intimidation, and to an extent people will tell you are doing all this for political gain. Maybe since our first of the night from Kono, you're working towards a strike, or you want to be a member of parliament in the future. Any plans of that?
Honestly, I don't know what the future holds for me. Only God knows. The only thing is, I'm a single mom. I know the struggle of women. I care about women. From the first time I came to Sierra Leone up till now, I have a track record. And when people are dying, women are giving birth, I'm helping them. No one could say it's political gain. So it's easy to target someone that's doing something good than versus someone who's doing something bad. And I don't focus on that. I only focus on what my passion is, which are the women.
And you keep on moving with your kindness and humanitarian work. Thank you so much, Sia, and we'll continue to keep you in touch.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Ash.
and we'll go in for our final story for today, and it has to do with gospel. The management of Star TV, in collaboration with Gospel Promoters Union (GPU), as on Wednesday, 1st May 2019, unveiled the Star National Gospel Expo that is aimed at promoting and showcasing the talents of gospel musicians through dancing and singing. Here are the highlights of the event yesterday.
Management of Star Television, in collaboration with the Gospel Promoters Union (GPU), has on Wednesday, 1st May 2019, unveiled the Star National Gospel Expo that is aimed at promoting and showcasing the talents of gospel musicians through dancing and singing. Making a statement on behalf of the Media One Center, the station manager Star Television, Abdul Rahman Kamara, noted that the marriage of convenience between the Media One Center and the Gospel Promoters Union will leverage on the opportunity for gospel musicians to be heard and encourage others to do more by way of putting selling gospel music to the limelight.
Bring on greetings from the management and staff of Media One Center. When we developed a concept about this holding for collaborate, I tell Ezekiel that these are one of the finest ideas, because they not only limit to the audience, but rather in the act to the very content of the television. So, a word of assurance from the management and staff of Media One Center, now will come for get the whole package where Ezekiel can unveil and see what is there in for you guys. We, as soon as possible, when this thing actualizes, right? We're not saying we say, we would love to do business with Media One Center till whenever.
Pastor Samuel Johnson commended the effort of the management of Media One Center, applauded them for creating the platform for the growth and development of gospel music in Sierra Leone. He described the venture by Media One Center as a catalyst that will help to inspire others in terms of promoting local talents.
And so Star TV, in collaboration with GPU, they come up with something way so beneficial to we as young people and to the church and to music and other forms of, entertainment and all the sorts. We don't get each programs we get for deal with music, but we know they get one way 100% churchy. Allow me to use the word church. Yeah, we don't get programs where we get a taste of the church, but we know it's not easy that we get program we get 100% church taste. What I mean? Because of how the sponsors in Sierra Leone think, then they believe say if you do this program, you for incorporate other people and then go help them for sell their own brand. And so when you say, I want to do this kind of program, they say, let not just be Christian, because if you be Christian no more, we're not able to sponsor them because we're not going to sponsor religious events. And so this is one way Star TV, way kudos to them, not clap for Star TV.
Naomi Zuzu Dumbuya, chairlady of the Gospel Promoters Union, in a remark intimated that there is a worthy cause in the binary relationship between Media One Center and the Gospel Promoters Union, adding that it is an opportunity they have been yearning for.
And internet, they will not be there all these forms of will not be get social media, will not be get that much TV presence. Not only videos or go to program, but now we see all the things that they don't come into place. But even when they're into place, with music they let it go as much as it will go. They just do within the circle, within the church, or now we use small group, play 1, 2, 3, 10, we sing, we go watch a program, we go watch a concert, we sing, we dance, we promote it. And as a gospel minister or for do a gospel song, they get a mandate. It's either for evangelize or for give hope to the lost, because that's my way of preaching as well. Same thing with the man of God, the woman altar, who preach and preach. The same thing we said with the full song. So we decided to say we're young, but we need for push to learn the gospel inside the day and pray and move forward. So we look say most of we active more on social media.
The Star National Gospel Expo, coming soon on Star Television, will be one of the many C's that will increase the visibility of the television audience in terms of content and more especially so promoting local content. For Star News, Creighton Thomas reporting.
Many thanks to Creighton Thomas, and thanks also to our guest who joined us earlier, Banyobola Taye from Nigeria, and he's serving as the CEO and founder of 313 Echo. They are purely focusing on the leather industry, producing shoes, sandals, and slippers. and also to Sia Jair Mose. And we came across each other a few days ago, and we are working as partners now, giving her the opportunity to come forward to the media. We're in the 21st century. People should know exactly what you're doing, and it's serves a way of giving you more credence, more visibility, and more trust. And she's the owner of a Champion Diamond office, and she's trading in the rough diamond. A very strong business expert. She's also a fashion designer. I had her discussing. So we went to hit the runway for us with a nice production from Leon Diego. And that's all. But today, many thanks to the rest of the production team and for our guys behind the camera for putting all those materials in place. I have been your presenter, Mohamed Basil Sanosiki, Portrait Star TV on Channel 21. So meet again some other time. Have a blessed and lovely day, and be professional in what you are doing.